Students, now we are in part 5 video. In part 4 video, we have seen basic proportionality theorem. I hope you all understood that basic proportionality theorem, isn't it? And all of you have completed the homework also. Okay. Now, in part 5 video, we are going to continue the same chapter. And the next exercise 4.2. In part 4 video itself, we have completed in exercise 4.2, first problem, 2 subdivision we have completed. Now, in part 5 video, we are going to continue the same exercise 4.2. In that, I am going to start with second problem. Now, I am going to say about the question. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC they have given. So ABCD is a trapezium means what? First we have to draw the trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC. So we are drawing this parallel for AB is parallel to DC. Then and P, Q are points on AD and BC respectively. P and Q are the points where it is P point is where AD, Q point is where BC. So in AD line you keep point P and BC line you point Q. Clear? Such that BQ is parallel to, what they say, BQ. This line is parallel to DC. When it is parallel, they have given some values. PD equal to 18 centimeter. BQ we are having here, it is 35 centimeter. QC equal to 15 centimeter. We have to find the AD. AD means this full length A to D we have to find. Here in question they are given ABCD is a trapezium, P and Q are points on AD and BC, then AB is parallel to DC, then PQ is parallel to DC. This only they are given and they were asking the PD value, AD value. But we itself constructing one line. What is that? We are joining this AC line. Okay, why we are joining this? That to bring it in Thales theorem form, we are joining. Only then we will get Thales theorem, isn't it? Thales theorem, what it says in a triangle, if two lines are parallel, then the corresponding sides are what? Divides in the same ratio. Okay. Now when we joining this AC line, if you see this is one triangle, then if you see this is another triangle. So to get the two triangles, we are joining the AC line. When you are joining the AC line, that line should meet at one point PQ, isn't it? So that point we have to take it as R. Clear all of you? Now we are going to solve the problem. First we are taking in a triangle ABC. Okay, in that triangle, now you have drawn separately ADC. Here, what PR is parallel to DC, isn't it? But in question they have said that PQ, full line, is parallel to DC means then similarly this off is also again parallel to DC only. So, in a triangle ADC, where PR is parallel to DC means immediately our mind should think about what? Thales theorem. So, we are applying by Thales theorem. The corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. So, AP divided by PD is equal to AR divided by RC. Here, mark this as 1. Okay. Now, next we are taking the next of triangle. Next of triangle is what? CBA. This is in sleeping line. Okay, I have made this triangle into straight. See, I have drawn like that. CBA. Okay, then the CB side, what point we are having? Q. So in CB side you mark Q. In CA side we are having R. So in CA side you mark R. Here, for your understanding, I have drawn these two triangles separately from this diagram. This part I have drawn here and this triangle I have drawn here. So, in your classwork, you have to draw the two triangles and this diagram also. Now, we have taken CBA triangle. In CBA, in triangle CBA, QR is parallel to BA. Isn't it? QR is parallel to BA. So parallel means we can write by Thales theorem. We can say CQ divided by QB is equal to CR divided by RA. Why we are writing like this? Because the corresponding sides what? Divides in the same ratio in Thales theorem. Clear all of you how we are writing? CQ divided by QB is equal to CR divided by RA. Clear? Next, afterwards we are, what we are doing is this full thing we are taking reciprocal. Reciprocal means what? Taking denominator to the numerator, numerator to the denominator. That is reciprocal. So, I am taking this QB to the numerator. I am taking the CQ to the denominator. Okay, so taking reciprocal on both sides. And I am taking this to numerator. What will become? QB we can write as BQ. So, BQ, this part has gone up. BQ. Then this part is coming down. CQ we can write as QC. So it is coming down QC equal to. Similarly, this denominator part if goes up means what it will become? AR. So I have written AR. This is coming down. We can write as RC. Clear? Why we are doing reciprocal means we have to bring either this side is equal or otherwise we have to say the right hand side should be equal. Okay. What is right hand side and left hand side? When you are writing, if you see this is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. Based on that only you have to say. Now if you are noticing 1 and 2, we are having both the right hand side. AP divided by PD, BQ divided by QC is what? That is your left hand side. So now both the right hand side are same. Okay, if both the right hand sides are same, we can say that both the left hand sides are equal. Clear? So AP divided by PD is equal to BQ divided by QC we can write. Clear all of you? Why we are writing like this? Both the right hand sides are equal. So we can write left hand sides are equal. AP divided by PD is equal to BQ divided by QC. Now AP value in question they have not given. So in answering AP value they have not given the value. So you leave that AP itself you write. PD value they have given. What is that? 18 equal to. What is BQ value? They have given 35. So write here 35. What is QC value? They have given 15. You write 15. Afterwards I am doing the cross multiplication. 18 into 35 divided by 15. Now in what table I am cancelling is 15 and 18 I am cancelling in 3 table. 3 table 18 will come 6 times. In 3 table 15 will come 5 times. So again 5 and 35 will get cancelled. So 5 table 1 times, this 35 will come in 7 times. So remaining is what in left and numerator 6 into 7. So 6 7s are 42. So AP value we have found 42 centimeter. But in question they were not asking us to find AP. What they are asking us to find? AD value. AD is what? This full length we have to find. For that, this full AD, how can we write now? AP plus PD. If we had, we will get what? Full length. So, I am writing that AD equal to AP plus PD. First of AP plus PD. AP value we have found it is 42. PD value in question itself they have given 18. So, write 18. 42 plus 18 is 60 centimeter. Clear all of you? Now we have found this full length. AD full length value is what now? 60 centimeter. Clear students? All of you? Okay. Now next we are going to see about the converse part of Thales theorem. Students, in part 5 video we are going to see the converse of basic proportionality theorem. In part 4 video, we have learnt about basic proportionality theorem. I hope you all understood that. Okay, now we will see the converse of basic proportionality theorem. First, we will see the statement. If a straight line divides any two sides of a triangle, okay, straight line, this is the straight line DE, okay, divides any two sides of a triangle. This is the first side and this is the second side. Clear? This first side is divided by the point D and the second side is divided by the point E. First, for now you don't see this line, BF line. Okay? In the same ratio means what? AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. Clear? Then the line must be parallel to the third side. Clear? When it divides in the same ratio means then this line DE is parallel to BC we want to prove. Clear all of you? What they are given in the statement, if a straight line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, that part they are given. Then if it is divides in the same ratio, they are asking then it must be parallel to the third side. Which means what? DE is parallel to BC we want to prove. Clear all of you? But if you see in basic proportionality theorem, what we have proved? We have proved, finally what we have proved in basic proportionality theorem? AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC we have proved. How we have proved? Using DE is parallel to BC. Isn't it? In basic proportionality theorem, they have given, what is given in the basic proportionality theorem? They have given DE is parallel to BC and they ask us to prove AD divided by DB equal to AE divided by EC. But in converse part, they have given corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. But what they are asking now? They are asking DE is parallel to BC. Which means what? In converse part, what we are going to see? The reverse format of basic proportionality theorem. Clear? Clear students, all of you? Okay. Now we will see the proof. Given in triangle ABC. We are taking in triangle ABC. Okay. They have said that triangles divides in the same ratio. Which means in triangle ABC, how can we write now? AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. Clear all of you? We want to prove parallel to the third side. Which means what? This DE is parallel to BC we want to prove. To prove that we itself constructing one line. What is that line? We are constructing BF line. Okay, we are constructing BF line. We are going to say that this BF, how we are constructing is, this BF line is parallel to DE we are going to construct. According to that we are going to construct. Clear? Now, this proof I am going to give you in division form. Okay? After drawing this diagram, in your classwork, below the diagram you draw the tabular column. Clear students, in your classwork, below this diagram, you draw the tabular column and start writing this. Don't split the classwork like this. In order insufficient of space, I have made the board into two divisions. But you should not do like that. After the diagram, immediately you have to draw this tabular column below. Below the diagram, you have to draw. Clear? Now we will see the proof. This side I have written the statement. For this statement, this side I am writing the reason. Why this statement I am writing? For that reason I am writing here. Okay, now first we will see. In triangle ABC, BF is parallel to DE. That in reason what I am writing? It is construction. What in construction we have taken? Draw BF is parallel to DE. That only we have taken, isn't it? We itself constructing BF line, that should be parallel to what? DE we are taking. Clear? That is construction. Clear students? Then what they have given? In question what they have given? In triangle ABC, what? D is point on what side? AB side. E is point on AC side means what? It divides in the corresponding side divides in the same ratio, isn't it? So how can we write now? AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. That only the second statement. Clear? How we are writing the second statement means by using Thales theorem. By using Thales theorem in triangle ABC, taking D in AB. In AB side, what point we are having? D point. Similarly, E point in AC. Clear students? Now, next statement number 3 we are coming. Okay, that side we are having, in AB side we are having only one point. What point is that? D point alone we are having. So that side you write as such, AD divided by DB. So I have written AD divided by DB is equal to, now you forgot about this E. Okay, now consider this F. So how will you write now? AF divided by FC. You will write, isn't it? Because by Thales theorem, instead of E point, we are taking now F point. Taking F in AC. In the side of AC, instead of E, you forgot about E. In the side of AC, now we are taking F point alone. So if F point is only there, means how we will write? AD divided by DB is equal to AF divided by FC. That only I have written the statement number 3. Clear? Mark the statement number 2 as equation 1 and statement number 3 as equation 2. Students, now compare this equation 1 and 2. When you are comparing, if you see both the left hand sides are same. Here also AD divided by DB, here also AD divided by DB. So, if both the left hand sides are same, we can write both the right hand sides are equal. The same we have seen in one problem, isn't it? The same we are using here. So, since both the left hand sides are equal, I am going to write this both the right hand sides are equal. I am writing AE divided by EC is equal to AF divided by FC. From 1 and 2. From this 1 and 2, I am writing both the left hand sides are equal. I am writing both the right hand sides are equal from 1 and 2. Reason is from 1 and 2. Now from this two sides I am adding plus 1 on both sides. Here also I am adding plus 1. For this also I am adding plus 1. For this also I am adding plus 1. If you see AE divided by EC plus 1 equal to AF divided by FC plus 1. Next step I am doing the cross multiplication. AE I am writing EC into 1 is what? E plus EC divided by EC equal to AF I am writing FC into 1 is what? Cross multiply. FC into 1 is what? FC divided by FC. Okay. Now you notice students, AE they have given AE plus EC. Now if you see this part, AE plus EC we are having. So A to E plus E to C. This full length how can we write now? AC we can write. So I have written AC, denominator part what we are having? EC. Clear all of you? That side what we are having? AF plus FC. Okay. So AF means what? From A to F plus FC. Which is also what? The full length is what? AC only. Clear all of you? AE plus EC is also AC. Similarly, AF plus FC is also what? AC. Clear? AE plus EC is also AC. AF plus FC, this full length is AC. So, both the numerator are what? AC. So, in the next step, we are cancelling AC on both sides. This side numerator part AC, this side numerator part AC, we are cancelling. Then what is left here? EC equal to FC. Clear? What we have got now? EC equal to FC. Now consider children. For example, I am telling EC length you consider as, for example, 3 centimeter. Okay? For example, I am telling. Similarly, if EC is 3 centimeter, then obviously FC should also be 3 centimeter. Isn't it? That only we have proved now. EC equal to FC. Which means what? If EC is 3 centimeter, then FC should also be 3 centimeter. Which means what? If EC from here to if I am drawing, then similarly if here to here 3 centimeter means this F will what? Here. So this F is lies where? In between E and C. That only reason I have written. F is lies between what? In between where it lies? E and C. Therefore we can say F is what? Equal to C. Clear all of you? Clear? Therefore, we can say F equal to C. From this what? This line, if F line comes here, then what? DE is parallel to BC. Isn't it? Okay? This line and this line if coincide means what? Then obviously DE is parallel to BC. That only we want to prove. Isn't it? Thus, D is parallel to BC, hence proved. Reason is what? Hence proved. Clear, students, all of you? The converse of basic proportionality theorem. This is very simple concept. Go through the video 1 or 2 times without seeing, write and see for 1 time. Then you will be more clear about this converse of basic proportionality theorem. Next, we are going to see in exercise 4.2, third problem. Okay, in the third problem, we are going to use this converse of basic proportionality theorem concept. Okay, now we'll see the third question. Friends, in part 5 video, we are going to see in exercise 4.2, third question. We have completed up to first question and second question. Okay, now we'll see the third question. In triangle ABC, D and E are points on sides AB and AC respectively. They are given. See, in a triangle ABC. This is a triangle ABC. In AB side, if you see what point we are having? D point. In AC side, what point we are having? We are having E point. For each of the following cases, we show that DE is parallel to BC. Students, in third question, we are having two subdivision. Okay, I have done the first subdivision here and I have done the second subdivision here. But in your classwork, you have to write first subdivision. Below that, you have to write the second subdivision. You should not supposed to draw like this. Clear? Now we want to prove that in this problem is DE is parallel to BC. In which theorem we have proved DE is parallel to BC? Yes, it's correct. We have proved in converse part of basic proportionality theorem. Isn't it? There we have proved DE is parallel to BC. Okay, now they have given some values. AB equal to 12 cm, AD equal to 8 cm, AE equal to 12 cm and AC equal to 18 cm. Clear? We want to prove that DE is parallel to BC. We want to show that DE is parallel to this DE line is parallel to BC. We want to prove. For that, how we are going to prove is we are taking by Thales theorem. Okay, we are in before itself I have taught in first problem itself I have taught you the corollary of Thales theorem. Isn't it? How can we in three form we can write that? In what are the three forms we can write? We can write AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. Okay, first form we can like that. The second form, how can we write? This full length AB divided by the first of divided by AD. Similarly, this side is what? AC full length divided by the first of divided by AE. That's second one. Now we'll see the third one. Again third one is full length AB divided by the remaining second part DB. This side full length AC divided by EC. Clear all of you? Okay, in three ways we can write in the Thales theorem. The corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. Now, if you notice in this diagram, what are the values they are given? According to the values, you can take any three. Clear, student? In this diagram, if you see, they have given full length and first of value. Similarly, this side full length, first of value. So, in which corollary full length first of value is coming? Second corollary. AB divided by AD, AC divided by AE. So, I am applying by Thales theorem. I am writing AB divided by AD is equal to AC divided by AE. Clear, students? This corollary, if you need, you can write in the side. But before itself, I have taught you, there itself we have written. Okay, for your understanding now, one more time I have written. It is not necessary to copy in your class. Thus, for your understanding, I have written. Now, AB value they have given 12, AD value they have given 8 equal to AC the value they have given 18, AE value they have given 12. So, 12 by 18 is equal to 18 by 2. Both if you cancel, what we will get? This side we are cancelling with 4 table. 4 table 12 how many times? 3 times. 4 table 8 how many times? 2 times. So, this side we are getting 3 by 2. Okay, both the numerator and denominator have to cancel in the same table. Both will go in what table? Same table. 4 table. So, after cancelling in 4 table, we are getting 3 by 2 answer. Now, if you see 18 and 12, both will go in which same table? both will go same in 6 table. Okay, so 6 table both it will go. So in 6 table 18 how many times it will come? Yes, correct, it comes 3 times. So in 18 6 table it will come 3 times. Similarly 12 in 6 table it will come 2 times. So this side also we are getting 3 by 2. So what we have seen in converse part of basic proportionality theorem, if the corresponding sides divides in the same ratio, then the triangle, then the two lines are what? DE is parallel to BC. That only we have proved in converse part of basic proportionality theorem, isn't it? So if you see here, this side is equal to this side. By converse of Thales theorem, we can say that DE is parallel to BC. Here, suppose in case if 3 by 2 this side if you are getting, if you are not, if this side if you are getting 5 by 2 means what? By converse of Thales theorem, DE is not parallel to BC, you have to write. Clear students? Only if both the sides are equal, you have to write by converse of Thales theorem that DE is parallel to BC, hence proved we are writing. Suppose if it is not coming same, what you have to write? DE is not parallel to BC, you have to write. Clear students? But in this problem we have got both the sides are equal. So we are writing DE is parallel to BC, hence proved. That only they asked us to show that, isn't it? We want to show that DE is parallel to BC. We have arrived. So hence proved completed. Third question, third problem, first subdivision is over. The same model, the second sum. What is the difference is they have given the values in the decimal form. If you see the second problem, they have given AB equal to 5.6, AD equal to 1.4, AC equal to 7.2 and AE equal to 1.8. Okay, by Thales theorem we are applying the same corollary, because if you notice here, this full length first of value they have given, similarly this full length, then this first of value they have given, which means which corollary we can apply? The same second corollary we can apply. Full length AB divided by AD is equal to AC divided by AE. Okay, we know they have values of 4 values. What is AB? 5.6. What is AD? 1.4. What is AC? 7.2. What is AE? 1.8. If you notice students, here also after decimal 1 number, here also after decimal 1 number, here also after decimal 1 number, here also 1 number. So if after decimal 1 number comes, what number you will multiply to the numerator and denominator? Yes, correct. We will multiply with 10. Now I am going to multiply with 10 to numerator and as well as to the denominator on both the side. Students, now 5.6 into 10, 1.4 into 10 equal to 7.2 into 10, 1.8 into 10. So now 5.6 into 10, what the value we will get? 56. Similarly here 14, here 72, here 18 will come. Then in 14 table how many times 56 will come? 4 times it will come. So when we cancel it, we will get 4 times. Similarly in 18 table how many times 72 will come? We will get 4 times. So if you cancel both the side, we are getting 4. So if you see here 14 table, 14 will come 1 time, 56 is 4 times. Similarly in 18 table, 18 is 1 time, 72 is 4 times. So here also 4, here also 4 we are getting. Both the sides are equally we are getting. So by converse of Thales theorem, we can say that DE is parallel to BC. Okay, in converse of Thales theorem, what we have seen? If the corresponding sides divides in the same ratio means what? Then obviously DE is parallel to BC, isn't it? So we are getting the corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. So by converse of Thales theorem, DE is parallel to BC, hence proved. Clear students? Students, this type of third question is very important, because this type of question will be asked in your 2 marks question. Clear? Next we are going to see the fourth question. Now in part 5 video we are going to continue the same exercise 4.2 fourth question. See the fourth question. In figure, if PQ is parallel to BC and PR is parallel to CD, prove that. In fourth question we are having two subdivision. We want to prove two subdivision. Clear students? First what they are saying, PQ is parallel to BC, which means in this figure where we are having PQ, here this PQ is parallel to BC they were saying. Clear? Then PR is parallel to CD. If you see here, they have given PQ, this line. PQ is parallel to BC, which means what triangle is that? In triangle ABC, PQ and BC are parallel line. Okay? This is, you can, in this diagram, you have to make it into two triangles. The first triangle is this and the second triangle is this. Clear? Now, next they are given PR. PR is parallel to CD, which means this is one triangle. In triangle ADC, PR is parallel to DC. Clear students? We want to prove what? AR divided by AD, this full length is equal to, similarly that side, AQ divided by this full length AB. We want to prove that. Okay, first subdivision we want to prove that. First we will see the first subdivision. Solution. In for that, first R and Q, where it is coming in first subdivision, we need R and Q. So what, which part of the triangle we have to take? This part. A, C, D, that triangle we have to take. See, I have drawn here separately that triangle alone. From the old figure, I have taken this part of the triangle alone separately I have drawn. Okay, it is not necessary. You have to draw in exam, but in your classwork you have to draw. Then only you will understand. Now I have drawn this separately. This part A to A, D, C. This part A, D, C I have drawn. Clear? So I have taken in triangle ADC. In question they have given PR is parallel to CD. So PR is nothing but what? This. PR, this line, middle line is parallel to DC. They were saying, if it is parallel, by Thales theorem, how can we write? The corresponding sides what? Divides in the same ratio. So we can write AR divided by the full length AD is equal to first of AP divided by the full length AC. Clear? By Thales theorem, how can we write? AR divided by AD equal to AP divided by AC. We have written. Okay, now this part we have taken now, isn't it? Now we are going to take the next part, this part ABC, that triangle we are going to take. So, in triangle ABC, in the triangle which two lines are parallel? QP and BC are parallel. So, this part of the triangle I have drawn separately there. Clear? In triangle ABC, QP is parallel to BC. By Thales theorem, how can we write now? AQ first off divided by the AQ divided by AB is equal to, we are taking AQ divided by this first of AQ divided by the full length AB equal to AP divided by the full length AC. Clear all of you? Now I have marked this as equation 2 and that as equation 1. Students, now you notice the equation 1 and 2. Which part is equal? Both the right hand side parts are equal. In here also we are having right hand side is AP by AC. Here also we are having right hand side is AP by AC. So, I have told you before itself, if both the right hand sides are equal, then obviously the left hand sides are equal. That side left hand side is what? AR divided by AD we are having. This side left hand side is what? AQ divided by AB. Okay. From 1 and 2 we have written this. Clear? This only we have to prove in your first division. Now clear students? We have completed the first subdivision. In first subdivision, what are the two triangles we have taken from the figure? First we have taken in triangle ADC, where PR is parallel to DC. We have proved equation number 1. Then the remaining of triangle is what? ABC. In that PQ is parallel to BC. That triangle we have taken and we have made the equation 2. Afterwards, we are comparing 1 and 2. By comparing, both the right hand sides are equal. So, we can write both the left hand sides are equal. By that, we have proved the first subdivision. Hence, proved over. Clear, students? Now, we are going through the second subdivision. Okay, this for the second subdivision. Again, we are considering the first part of the triangle A, B, C. This triangle I am taking. In the triangle, what are the two lines are parallel? PQ is parallel to BC, isn't it? QP or PQ is parallel to BC. They are given. By Thales theorem, I have drawn that separately here. Here A, Q, B. In Q side only we are having B. Similarly in B side we are having C. So according to that we have to put the alphabet. Okay. So now by Thales theorem how can we write? AQ divided by QB is equal to, this is how can we write? AP divided by PC. Clear all of you? First AQ divided by QB is equal to AP divided by PC. Clear? Now mark this as equation 3. Already we have given equation 1 and 2. So I am giving here equation 3. Suppose in your exam they were asking only the first subdivision, means for this you have to give the equation 1. Clear? But since we are continuing here, I am giving here equation 3. Okay, now we are going to take the remaining part of the triangle. Remaining part of the triangle is what? This A, D, C. Okay, in that triangle which two lines are parallel? PR is parallel to CD. See, in triangle ADC, PR is parallel to CD. Again, I have drawn the triangle separately. See, A, R side we are having D, in P side we are having C. Now can we write now by Thales theorem? AR divided by RD is equal to AP divided by PC. Clear? Now notice this. This is your equation number 4. Clear, students? This is your equation number 4. So now by comparing equation 3 and 4, both the right hand sides are equal. Here also AP by PC, here also AP by PC. So we can write both the left hand sides are equal. I am writing AQ divided by QB is equal to AR divided by RD. But this QB we want in the numerator, that only we want to prove. This AQ we want in denominator. So what we are going to do? We are taking reciprocal. Taking reciprocal on both sides. So when we are taking reciprocal, this QB will go up, this AQ will come down. Similarly, this DR will go up and AR will come down. So QB divided by AQ is equal to DR divided by AR. Hence proved. Here, this is very simple problem. Okay. Now I hope you all understood up to 4 problems in exercise 4.2. Isn't it? We have in exercise 4.2, we have completed the first question, second question, third question and fourth question we have completed. Now and also we have completed the basic proportionality theorem and converse of basic proportionality theorem. We have completed two theorems in chapter number 4. So students, you go through the problems carefully so that you will be very clear about this concept. Next, you are going to get your assignment. This is your part 5 assignment. First question, in the figure, D is parallel to AC and DC is parallel to AP. We want to prove that. Okay. For that, we are taking, this is your figure. Okay. First, you are going to take in a triangle BPA. I have drawn separately. In that, DC is parallel to AP. If in a triangle BPA, DC is parallel to AP means how can we write now? By using Thales theorem, the corresponding sides what? Divides in the same ratio. You write for this and you write that as mark as equation 1. Next, we are going to take in a triangle BCA. DE is parallel to AC, this line. That also I have done separately. BCA where what DE, this line DE is parallel to AC. So if it is parallel, again you will write in Thales theorem, isn't it? Oh, the corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. So write that you mark it as equation 2. Now if from 1 and 2, if you are seeing means, you can able to see either the left hand, both the left hand side will be equal, or sometimes you will get both the right hand sides are equal. Clear? Suppose in case if you are getting both the right hand sides are equal means, then what you have to do? You leave that both the right hand side, then you take both the left hand side and write. When you are writing like that, you will be able to get this answer. Okay, that's it. Through this only one problem I am giving assignment. Try to do it correctly. Thank you students. Next we will see in the part 6 video. Thank you so much.